Hello, my name is Dan Courtney. Today we're going to do a demo of Birst technology, and we're going to show the Birst Technologies Salesforce.com advanced demo. So we're going to walk through how Birst and Salesforce.com integrate with each other, and we're going to walk through this demo, showing a number of things about some of the visualizations that Birst offers, and what it can provide specifically for a Salesforce.com effort. So what we're looking at right here is a dashboard that could be constructed based on Birst's template. Birst Technology, since it integrates with Salesforce.com, has a template that can be utilized for maybe 80% of what you would typically try and report on for a Salesforce.com customer. So they're integrated with Salesforce.com, so they know what the data model looks like. They know what ETL to do, and they have it rolled up into a data warehouse internally that can be leveraged to do lots of different dashboards and lots of different reporting. This demo here is a high level that essentially gets you started. So what we're looking at here, in the top left, is we have our year-to-date revenue. We have our current quarter forecast revenue. What this is showing is our closed revenue for the quarter, the closed forecast. So this is revenue that we expect to get this quarter, but it hasn't officially closed yet. And then at the end we have our gap, and our gap is based on our revenue target, which you see on the end here. So very quickly we have a great visualization showing the gap that we expect for our current quarter, and this is overall. We can utilize maps and other different types of visualizations to kind of see this information on different levels. On the map you can see we have the different regions sectioned off here. So while we could select each individual region separately and have all the graphs and stuff update for those selections, we can also use the visualization of the map to quickly see that our southwest region may have a problem because it's in red. Other visualizations that we could potentially use are what we call sub-reports here, where we have a few different types of information all in one spot. Again, we have red jumping out at us as a potential problem. We have our Southwest with 2.5 million in revenue, but only 45% of the target. And with our graph going monthly, we can see that we have seen a drop-off. So there's a number of things that are apparent to us very quickly here. Also, on the pipeline side, we can see that we've got our starting pipeline and our ending pipeline for this quarter, and different parts of our pipeline as it goes through the process. We have our starting pipeline, we've got new pipeline. Moved in is things that we expected to close in the future but have moved into this quarter, so that's good. Things that have won, while that's good, it still decreases our pipeline as a whole. Lost, obviously that's bad, also decreases our pipeline. And moved out, this is potentially a little troubling because this is things that we expect to close this quarter that have been pushed out into further quarters, or there seems to be problems. Adjustments, this has to do with the size of our potential projects, and it seems like they've been adjusted to decrease, so that's also a little concerning. And at the end of the quarter, this is how we're looking right now in terms of what our pipeline stands at. So it'd be interesting, we can click into our pipeline and dig a little deeper to see what's going on. And as we said before, we have a bigger version of that visualization over here, and we can see that $15 million has moved out of our pipeline this quarter. So there is a bit of a concern there, so we'll have to check in on that. In this instance, there's also comparisons, so we can look back and see how these things compared to other periods. We also have our forecasting, so we can show our pipeline for the next about a year. So we can see our expected to close, our average age of opportunity, average days to win deals, and we can draw some analysis based on that. Up here we can see our pipeline movement in a little better detail than this waterfall chart here, to show how it relates to the comparison period. And we can see that our moved out has increased by 53%. So that's a bit of a concern that our pipeline is moving out at a greater pace than it used to. So what we can do is we can drill into there, and we can see at what stage things are moving out. And we can see that in stage 1, when things are very early on, the opportunities are moving out, and maybe that's not as concerning, but if there's a lot of them, maybe it is concerning. What might be more concerning is when we get into places like stage 4 and stage 5, and we can select those to get a better view of them, and we can specifically see these opportunities, where they were, and more information about that. So that's pretty interesting, and we can so if we go back to our main dashboard over here, we can continue our view of this demo and see what other issues we might have. Like we were talking about before, we're seeing some red in the southwest, and again over here in the southwest with our graph taking a plunge there. So we can actually drill into our southwest here, and we can see further detailed information specifically about that. So if we're looking specifically at the southwest, we can see that our filter came across as we clicked on it. So we're looking at all of our execs, for the southwest. We can see that New Mexico, there's nothing going on in Mexico. There's no opportunities, so there's a problem there. And we can see that we actually don't have any reps in New Mexico. So we'll probably have to get in touch with personnel or whoever and see if we can get some people hired up over there and fix that issue. Outside of that, we can see over here that our performance is looking kind of problematic here for Susan Hamilton and Tyrone England. So we can drill in on them and see what's going on with them. Well, it looks like they only have 3 opportunities between the 2 of them, and they're covering entire states by themselves. So we might want to touch base with someone and make sure we have these states better covered. Maybe we need to look at marketing and make sure that we're reaching out to potential customers and all that. So to that end, what we can do is we can look over and see what's going on from the marketing perspective. So from the marketing perspective, we can see that we've got our websites here. We've got a bunch of unique visits. We're generating sales leads and new opportunities, but we can see that we're getting 22% less and 32% less from those. So that's kind of a problem. And looking down here on our lead sources, we're seeing that our website is the smallest one, and we wouldn't expect that. We'd expect our website to be driving a lot more of this. So what we can do is we can drill into our website here, and we can see the breakdown there. And here we might be able to see, based on the different lead sources, based on these items, that demos, which we would expect to be far and away bigger than anything else, is much smaller than we expect. So we can get on the horn with our marketing people and say, hey, you guys need to get out there and do some more demos and see if you can drum up some more business. So that is the Salesforce Advanced demo in a nutshell there. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.